Hello friend, I'm grateful you would join me today. I plan to share some homemaking inspiration with you, even amidst our home feeling like it is in complete chaos. Okay, maybe I'm being a little dramatic, but my kitchen is completely torn apart and dysfunctional. And for someone who cooks a lot, homemaking has felt very chaotic. Thankfully, I can step back and also feel immense gratitude for what is going on in our lives. I have been aching to make changes in this lavender blue cottage of ours, and since the beginning of the year, it has been well underway. It was finally time to tackle the kitchen, and I'm so excited to see the progress we've made, which I will be sharing with you in this video today. Now, I think we all have seasons where life feels out of sorts, and we do our best to try to go about our regular duties. Now, whether you're remodeling like we are, you have health challenges, maybe you have the growth of a family, or you're entering a new stage of life, whatever it is, it's good to have some things to focus on so we can get through these seasons with grace. So I thought I would share a few suggestions on what I've been working on to help me move through our current situation without going crazy, to put it lightly. So my tip number one is don't stop creating. As homemakers, we are creators. I've had people tell me that they're just not creative, but if you're keeping a home, you are creating every day. We create new meals, clean spaces, pretty corners, whatever fuels us. And it has been important to me at this time to find the spaces that I can control and just do small things to make them pretty or more orderly and clean. And this is what fuels me and has kept me feeling like we are making progress and that it's all going to be worth it. Tip number two, be adaptable. As life throws us curveballs, which it will inevitably do, as homemakers, we especially need to be adaptable. Now, of course, we can have our ideals for how we like to run the details of our home, but learning to lean into challenges can really help us grow. It can also be an opportunity to teach those in our home how to deal with challenges. For us right now, this looks like doing dishes in the bathroom, as you can see. And I'm doing this just so that I can keep cooking from home as much as possible. I really have thought about this, and I hope that my kids remember this time and can learn to lean with the punches, so to speak, and make the best of any situation. And tip number three, just let it go. Certain seasons require us to let go of the expectations that perhaps we put on ourselves or others may expect of us. In our home right now, do I see a layer of dust all over the baseboards? And are the floors constantly dirty from all the construction? Yes, they are, and I could let that drive me crazy and feel like I've got to dust every day, or I can just let it go and do the things that help me cope a little better, knowing that the day will come when I can push up my sleeves and take care of all this dust and get ahead of it. I'm choosing to be okay with just the small bits of our home that we can keep clean, and just staying on top of those little chores helps me feel better and helps me feel like nothing is going to spiral too far out of control. Tip number four, laugh it off. I would say the best thing I have done to cope at a time like this is to just laugh it off. It really is quite funny that we use our bathtub and bathroom sink to wash dishes, or that we have to wipe a layer of dust off the oven each time we want to use it. I've decided rather than complain, just laugh. It really is the best medicine. All right, let me share with you a look at the kitchen so you can see the progress we've made. So we've had some good progress in the kitchen with cabinet making, basically. But it's like put together in a layout that I can now really get a vision for what I want. It's been easier to pick out paint colors and kind of design the little details. So let me flip it around and share with you what has been accomplished. So here is basically the boxes of the cabinets built. So I decided to do an inset design, and the guy building them for us thought that it would work best to actually build it on site. So I basically have no kitchen. I can use the oven and stovetop, but usually it's like taped up and dusty and I don't want to get in his way. So we're still doing dishes in the sink as you saw. And here's the layout. So basically he built all the boxes and then put these face frames on them. I could actually film today because he had to drive quite a distance away to get the drawer fronts and cabinet fronts, which are basically made by someone else. But he built all this. Here's some colors I'm debating. I'm leaning more towards this one. It is Sherwin-Williams Eventide. And he told me I have to pick out Sherwin-Williams colors because they're pretty much the only ones that do a tintable lacquer, which is better for cabinets. In the long run, they'll just hold up better through the years. This piece right here is our kind of step back cabinet. So this will go on top of this, and there will be a piece of marble countertop in between. Those will have doors. This part will be drawers, as you can see. Anyway, I'm really excited about the sink. This is the limestone sink that I picked out. It is so beautiful. I just love the raw natural texture. We're gonna do a skirt under there, and I think it's just gonna be like the focal point of the kitchen with the new big window that we have here. Just really excited about it. That baby was 250 pounds, but they got it in. I'm really hoping I like this low divide. I know you guys have heard me talk about how I loved my single basins, but I was very intrigued by this limestone sink, and this is the option they had. So I hope I love it. I think I will, because it's beautiful. So I can love anything that's beautiful. I believe this week we're going to be finishing up the trim work, the window casings, getting it all ready to be painted, but lots of work yet to be done. And I have a feeling I'm gonna be without a kitchen for another 2, maybe 3 weeks. It's been a challenge, but it'll be worth it. And if you're curious, this little area will have to wait because the oven that I picked that will extend this whole distance is coming from Italy. So it's gonna take a while. Probably won't see it till June. So this whole area right here is just gonna stay as is until that comes in. I'm grateful we have this pantry space, but it's chaos, my friends. Trying to use paper products as much as possible. And stuff is just wherever I could shove it at the moment. And it just has to work. This is not my ideal. I hate cooking in here, but we're making it work. Something else I wanted to share with you guys is this new to me ingredient that I've been using in my kitchen. I actually did a blog post all about sunflower lecithin. If you've never used it in your baking, especially with bread, this has been an absolute game changer. There's powdered forms, which I prefer. This liquid works really good. I think you need less of it, but it can be so sticky. So anyway, when I was writing up this blog post, I went so far into detail about sunflower lecithin. So if you're curious, you'll have to check it out. But I did a big baking day and experimented and made my favorite honey whole grain recipe from freshly milled flour. And I made a batch with the sunflower lecithin, which I'm showing you here. Now notice how incorporated the ingredients are, how there is this stretch and structure to it. And this is the loaf where I omitted the sunflower lecithin. Now they both look great and they both taste delicious. This one is a little crummier in texture and it dries out a little faster. I'd say the ones with the sunflower lecithin stay fresher longer, and they just are more similar to store-bought bread loaves. Sunflower lecithin is an emulsifier, so it takes the waters and the fats and helps them combine together better. So anyway, I thought it'd be fun to share with you guys this little experiment, and if you're curious to learn more about sunflower lecithin and to bake with it, definitely check out my blog post, which I will link below. I wanted to thank you very much for joining me in this video today. I hope this little video just leaves you inspired to be able to move through your day with grace and perhaps a little humor, no matter what our situation looks at the time. I wanted to show you some glimpses of what spring is looking like at the Lavender Blue Cottage. It's so fun to see things waking up and admiring everything that the previous owners did to make this landscape just our little cottage heaven. Our lavender is taking off. We are gearing up our big field to plant over 3,000 lavender plants, so that is very much going to consume our springtime, but it's just been absolutely beautiful. And even though things feel a little chaotic in the house, I can always go outside and take a big breath of fresh air and enjoy all the creations that our wonderful Father in heaven has left for us, and I'm grateful for that. Thank you again for joining me, my friends. I will be back very soon to share more inspiration for the keeper of the home.